Hey guys, how you doing? Taylor here from Orlando City, UK, and how good does it feel to have a win? Winless in six we were going into last night's game, and fantastic, brilliant morale boosting win. So we're going to dive straight into the player ratings, and they're a lot better than last week. Joe Bendik, the goalkeeper, 9 out of 10 for me. An absolutely fantastic display from our American stopper between the sticks. Made an absolutely cracking double save late in the game when we were still tied at 1-1. Eventually, obviously, give us the platform to go on to win the game. Bendik's been growing in stature each week. Obviously, the defence has not been providing him enough protection, but he's been pulling off the saves again and again. Stuart Kerr, the goalkeeping coach, has done an absolutely fantastic job with him so far. And he's starting to fill the shoes of Tally Hall, which is fantastic to see. 9 out of 10 for Bendik. Kaka, the main man, the captain, delighted to give him a 9 out of 10. Again, was slow, like so many other Orlando players in that first half. But cometh the hour, cometh the man, the famous Adrian Heath quote, of course. You know, when it mattered, Kaka stepped up to the plate. Absolutely fantastic delivery, begging to be put in the back of the net for Kyle Larin's opener, which we obviously tucked away. Second half, his deft touch for Larin to score the winner late on as well. Absolutely fantastic from Kaka. He stepped up when he needed him. 9 out of 10, fantastic. Larin, the man who scores the goals. 8 out of 10 for me. He doesn't quite score a 9 as I gave to Kaka, because Kaka literally put it on a plate for Larin. You'd expect him to tuck his 2 strikes away, but nevertheless, I'm not taking anything away from the Canadian. 8 out of 10 for Larin. Again, like Kaka, he turned up when we needed him. You know, there wasn't many chances in the game for Orlando, but the ones that we did get, we took them. You know, absolutely crucial. And we're going to need Larin to do that, you know, as the season wears on. We've got a lot of home games coming up now, and a fantastic start. 8 out of 10 for Larin. Well done, sir. Rafael Ramos, 5 out of 10. Although we was obviously all jubilant at the end with fantastic 3 points on the board, we mustn't forget it was a very nervous start by the Lions, and Ramos was very erratic in the first half, steaming into challenges. Obviously was withdrawn with a hamstring tweak. We're waiting for full details on the extent of that injury, but 5 out of 10 Ramos. David Mateos, 6 out of 10. Poor first half. Ignacio Piatti's goal, a few players were at fault. Obviously came through the heart of the team again, but did grow into the game second half. Obviously, Seb Hines was withdrawn, and he partnered up with Tommy Red in second half, and they did all right second half. So an improvement, 6 out of 10 Mateos. Seb Hines, 5 out of 10. Much the same story as Rafael Ramos, really. Adrian Heath was forced into 2 double changes earlier than he would have liked in the first half, with Hines being withdrawn with injury as well. Again, erratic, very nervy, like our whole team was in that first half. So 5 out of 10 for me for Seb Hines. Breck Shea, 4 out of 10. Might sound harsh, obviously, because we've gone on to win the 3 points, but it really wasn't this guy's night tonight. I said last week on our player ratings against Sporting KC that we expect so much more of Breck Shea. You know, he's been to Europe, he's played there, he's a US men's national team player, although he's not in the squad at the moment, and everything he touched, it just didn't really work out for him. First 10 minutes, it really was a performance to forget from Shea. Got caught in trouble with Johan Venegas, who obviously was theatrical in the way he went down later on in that first half, but he was just getting caught into niggly little fouls, and nothing coming off for him. I mean, it was summed up totally when he fluffed his lines when the ball was crossed in, and he missed that almost open goal in the first half. Summed his game up completely. 4 out of 10 for me for Breck Shea. We need better. Carlos Rivas, 7 out of 10. Back in the side and the starting lineup yesterday evening alongside Winter. I thought he had a very encouraging game. It seemed to us, we put a tweet out last night during our live blog, he had rocket fuel in his boots. I swear he was shooting on sight. It was absolutely fantastic to see. Obviously a very explosive player, very exciting. Haven't totally got the best out of him since he's joined Orlando, but he's still a very young player. Bags and bags of potential. He just needs to really, you know, nail a place down in the starting 11 now. But an encouraging display, didn't do himself any harm. Had an absolutely cracking 30-yard strike that had the goalkeeper wondering second half, and a good display by Rivas. 7 out of 10. Christian Higuita, 7 out of 10. How fantastic is it to have our Colombian warrior back in the defensive midfield, stopping the plays, you know, just creating that defensive shield for the defenders, you know, behind him. I thought Higuita was very good tonight. Obviously got booked first half. The ref was dishing out yellow cards. It was a bit of a spiky game first half, but Higuita, is a tenacious player. I thought he trod the line very, very well second half. It could have been very easy for him to steam into another challenge again and obviously get a red card, go down to 10 men, but he managed that well, and for that I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Servando Carrasco, a very encouraging 7 out of 10 for me tonight. Obviously, it's got bashed by quite a lot of Orlando fans on Twitter that I've seen last season. The Obviously Alex Morgan jibes, that he's obviously living in her shadow and what have you. But I thought Servando played very well tonight. Obviously, he's got his chance because Darwin Seren's out injured at the moment, and although a lot of the team, obviously, as I've been saying, have been struggling in the first half of last night's game, he really grew into it second half. A gutsy performance for me, summed up when he won that rather comical corner of Laurent Simon when he head kicked it, obviously, into his head, and we grabbed a corner. So very good stuff from Carrasco. Very encouraging. 7 out of 10. Adrian Winter, 5 out of 10. Got a big opportunity last night. Obviously, him and Rivas was the headlines in Adrian Heath's starting lineup. Got the start after a lot of people were calling for Winter to start because it seemed it was quite harshly put on the bench and didn't see any action last couple of games. But he didn't really take his chance on me last night. Got caught in the niggly side of the game first half. Obviously picked up a petulant yellow, which was coming. Obviously, he was winding the ref up, wasn't he? Really, steaming into challenges and what have you. Didn't really grasp it. Faded. Obviously was subbed later on in the game. 5 out of 10. Adrian Winter. Word for some of the substitutes now. And Kevin Alston, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. I thought Kevin Alston was very, very good when he came on for Ramos in that first half. Obviously, Ramos going off with that hamstring tweak. And I thought Alston kept it very simple. The game seemed to settle down when he came onto the field. He wasn't just solid defensively for me, though. Second half, he was gallivanting up that right-hand side like we're so used to seeing from Ramos. And he whipped a fantastic cross into the box, into the Montreal box late on in the game, which so nearly got us another chance. I thought it was very encouraging from Alston. We've obviously not seen much of him playing, apart from when he played in the New England Revs game a couple of weeks back. But he needed that, good performance. And 7 out of 10 for me, Kevin Alston. 7 out of 10. Obviously was called upon in that first half when Seb Hines went off injured. Great talent. He had a game to forget, to be honest. Let's be honest about it last week in Sporting KC, but he's a young player and he's learning all the time. I really do think this guy is destined for the top of the game, certainly in the US. And I know, very good from Reading when he came on. Kept it simple, was steady, was assured. And ultimately, with Bendik, and Mateos, who was improving in that second half, gave us the platform to go on and win the game. So very good from Reading, 7 out of 10.